All right. There was a bit here on Breeze. Did you want to touch on this?
Yeah, just really briefly, Breeze released, Roy in general. There's a few people that I would recommend reading everything they've ever written ever. Roy is one of those that I would put in the top, three or so. Every feature he pushes with Breeze is very thoughtful. And this is a big deal because he recently released their SDK. And so they're doing this non-custodial SDK for developers to build payments in their apps. Great, Lightning payments. And the open LSP model, again, he's always thinking about incentives. And he describes what I was describing earlier, that flywheel effect, where the more users, the more revenue opportunity, the more Bitcoin comes on the Lightning Network, et cetera. And so one of the missing pieces there was as we started to get a lot more users with his SDK coming out, apps exploding everywhere, Nostr exploding is to our question of could we send a 1BTC payment? Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but we're going to quickly reach the limits of what the Lightning Network can do if we start onboarding millions of users fast. His question is, okay, cool. Now get a little bit ahead. What's the next limiting factor? And it's going to be Bitcoin on the Lightning Network. And one way to get more coins on the network is to help people launch their own, what he calls LSP or Lightning Service Provider, a term he coined in another essay a few years ago. And you can think of it similar to the Internet Service Provider, ISP. And it's just a way for, new people, individuals or corporations or organizations to plug in to the Lightning Network. And so Breeze operates its own Lightning Service Provider, but now it's offering the software and channel connections to its LSP for new LSPs to come on board. And so let's just say, as an example, there's a publicly traded company he announced in there, Liquid Forward, a Canadian, kind of Bitcoin holding company. And they basically are going to bring however X many number of coins. They want to start an LSP. They've got the coins, but they don't necessarily have the technical expertise or the well-positioned node. All they need to do now is start a node. And then Breeze will offer them as a service for a fee, the software and the connections to their LSP. So, and the ability to tap into Breeze's users as well from the SDK, so that all they need to basically do is put up a node and then be able to commit Bitcoin to the node, and then Breeze will handle the rest for them.